Hi, everybody. Feeling so tired today. Hi.
I am tired.
I was actually just napping. Like, I had to set an alarm. It's been a long week.
That it has. That it has. I
Oh, tired.
I just stepped into the house.
Mm. Somebody's telling you to go to bed, though. It's just 10 o'clock. Like, what country are you living in?
I mean, there is no bed for the wicked and the
Even,
beautiful and happy.
even kids don't go to bed at this time on a Friday.
What are we discussing? That's a great question. Emma, what are we discussing today?
To be honest, we did not plan a proper topic. Like, today's topic is going to be really, really spontaneous. So, I don't know, Janet. Do you want to suggest something for us?
So Jenna, you can bring up a topic as well.
Meet you too.
Jenna, you can also join the live and use your mouth to say nice to meet you.
She said she loves spontaneous. Yes. So I beg the week has been long, and it's already the end of the month, so it's just really crazy. I'm just like,
How is it the end of July? Not the month. July, as in the second month in the second half of the year. The first month in the second half of the year. It's mostly me. This year
basic,
is going mad fast.
basically, there's just 1 month left now before the ember month. So, like
That's so scary. What have you done? What have you done with this year? What have you done with this year?
I cannot say I've done anything, so I'm just gonna keep quiet. Oh, Janet, tomorrow is your birthday. Wow, happy birthday!
Oh, Janet, I absolutely did not remember that.
I
No.
I just
Happy
said
birthday, that.
of the failures of Team Nigeria. Well, the truth is, the only the only sport I've seen Nigeria in is relay, the mixed relay, 400 meters, I think, and the highlights. I'm like, what the hell was that? Like, they were literally, as in, I've never seen an epic stupidity in my whole life. Like, why would they put their
Do
why would they put the best person as the last runner? Who does that? Like,
they put their best person
their weakest. They put their weakest person as
as
the.
the last runner? Who does that?
I think I was just like Janet. I understand that
Oh,
the government thing. Yes, the fact that I don't even know how many sports Nigeria is participating in, that putting them in any place. Like, I'm not. I've been watching a lot of the sports. This is Nigeria is not even anywhere. Was the relay? Okay, they were in taekwondo. They were in
who
taekwondo.
is that?
I know somebody qualified. What's her name? Qualified for taekwondo.
Who the fuck is that? How am I supposed to know your house?
a
Who checks it?
mixed relay, so they must do girl and boy. The arrangement that most of the teams were male, female, female, male, right? And then Nigeria was the country that changed. Obviously, you can choose any. You can, right? But like Edo said, is saying, why would you now put? Why would you now like? Didn't they go and check and see what that thing were doing? You're not male, female, male, female. Who does that? Like
How is this to be male, female, female, male?
most teams were doing male, female, female, male. So first and last male, right? Because
Yeah, for the burst.
so so that means the playing field is already equal. Like because if all the teams are using that as attack, right? So the crazy part is the third guy in the Nigerian team, guy and I ran. So he passed all the girls he was running. So he was at the front. They now passed it to a girl at the aspect. As every that team.
Hey, a girl was the last person.
Now that's what we're talking about.
You can how can you so in that last relay, when they know that the spot comes, when they now used a girl.
And it's never,
Okay.
even the fact that they use a girl as the last person is even bad enough. But what's worse, the fact that team guy. So where is the competition there? Do you understand?
Ha.
It was just like I was just watching that. I was like, what?
If Janet is right and they used what's it called, connections rather than qualifications to go and which they do, you see them when they are choosing even our soccer team and everything,
Yes.
they are always using connections instead of qualification. If it's that one, then they never plan to go there and win. They just want to say that they participated in the Olympics, and that's another Nigerian thing.
From first to last in like 2 seconds. She was there. She was still running. Like as if Anya was helping her. Very stupid. And you know the funny part? I was watching the beginning of the whole track and field event, right? It's like a 2-hour video. I was just watching that before I even fell asleep. There were other teams were training, like jogging, warming up. Nigerian team were just walking around listening and laughing. That girl with gold hair, I saw her. She was laughing and gisting. Somebody was going to run relay later. She was not training. Oh my god. It's really, really embarrassing. I'm just laughing because what else can we do? It's very
What else can we do?
But yeah, the Olympics have been very interesting. Nigeria, I've not seen them anywhere since. I thought the Nigerian basketball team was supposed to go for the Olympics. I know I saw some people posting then that some Americans, like some Nigerians in America, were going to play for the Nigerian team. But I never see.
No, they got Nigeria. Nigeria. I think they lost the first one now. Who did they played? Which team did they play that they shall lost? I know that they lost, yeah.
The female basketball team.
But then, no, male. I don't know about this.
Edo said you should know more about this now. Didn't the Nigerian female basketball team qualify for this Olympics? Anyway, Sha, it's crazy.
Well, for who cannot follow the Olympics, so
basketball when they don't beat like oh my god.
They've beaten them.
I don't even know why they bother. There are some countries that don't even bother going to the Olympics, but because, like Janet said, connection, they will give them money, everything. They'll just go and cruise and then come back and say they went to.
They will shall visit Tokyo with better visa and actually enjoy themselves.
They will enjoy themselves.
I mean, if you had a chance to visit Tokyo, wouldn't you go?
You will go.
I would definitely go. I mean, I love Tokyo.
You cannot run for shit. You will just go. What will you do?
But then, what crazes me is I really like Olympics is like the height of sports, of athletics, and it blows my mind. Like it's something that I may have missed the chance to be a part of because maybe I've not spent all my life trying to be like the best athlete ever. But it's something that I really admire.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's destroying the sanctity of it to send someone who is not the absolute best. Like
As in,
they're supposed to go there with the intention to win,
Caleb,
and they just go there.
Olympics is where people set world records. Do you understand?
World records and go
They
there
go
to
there,
break world. They're not going there to win. They're going there to break world
world
records.
record.
Like you're like, I must pass the times.
If you see
And they just go there
I
to
think my favorite sport this season or this year, I don't know, maybe it's because I've been watching it a lot, is the diving, the synchronized diving. Oh my god, if you watch that sport, it will be hungry you to
oh
go and see.
no.
You see the way they do the synchronization and everything, so they will jump together and then they will spin in the air. If you see the Chinese team, Caleb, oh my god. If you see the Chinese team, the
Still
female,
go and watch highlights now. This is always popular on my Instagram.
like their synchronization, before, well, I hope this is not racist, but before I always known that Asian sports, right? Their synchronization is on that level. Even Taekwondo, Korean sports,
Yeah,
Japanese
yeah,
sports, when they are
yeah,
doing all those, their pumse and everything, synchronization is top notch. But that their Chinese
yeah.
diving, oh my god, I was just tripping. If you see, like, USA, that they're always like, oh, swimming, Australia swimming. Once the Chinese just come do their own, they just does them like 10 points first, because they do it round by round,
Relegated.
round by round. They could not catch up to them. Do you understand? They could not catch up to them. It was just fun to watch. Edos said, let's talk about this mental health thing and athletes quitting as a result. I do not want to talk about that, Edos, to be honest, because see, a lot of people have been very insensitive when it comes to this mental health thing. It is a personal thing. It is not anybody's business to come and be tabling somebody's mental health anywhere. If an athlete says, I'm dropping out because my mental health is not good, that should be the end of the story.
Like, do you know what it
That
is
should be the end of
to
the story.
want to drop out from, let's say, the greatest ambition of your life because
You
of your
understand?
mental health?
Especially for the
That,
person. I don't know if you know Simone Biles, the gymnast, the American.
yeah, I'm not saying embarrassed now.
That
That is a
girl,
fucking queen.
do you understand? That girl is on another level. She's not even on the mate of.
Like she's literally a queen. Her gymnastics is above the male shit. It's not even. It's on another level.
Like recently,
The way it flies.
oh shit, she was doing one recently, and the judges did not know what score to give her because she was giving
What?
a different, like it was on that level. They've not invented it yet.
Yeah.
So if somebody like that has done all that throughout her career, suffered a lot of sexual abuse, everything, go and read her story. Then she's not coming to say she has mental health. Nobody should just come and talk. Just keep quiet and sit down. So I don't like it when people are talking all this nonsense. It's very, very annoying. Or is it Osaka? I remember when
The mental health issue is something that people. I mean, it's something you cannot see. You're not okay. The mental health issue is something that because you cannot see it, you just stand and take it like it's why Nigerian employers with all their mumu talk will never take it seriously. Like in other places, personal time off is something that okay, if somebody says I'm taking personal time, you just start asking the person what are you taking personal. If I'm taking it, I'm taking it. It's part of my leave days and all that. Here, if people say you want to take vacation, they will ask you where are you going to? Is it your house you're not going to stay? Almost like you continue working. What are you going to do in your house? Like they don't understand that it's the insensitivity to mental health issues is everywhere and it's glaring. And it's part of what makes it even worse.
It's everywhere. As in, it's so insensitive. Look at people that were, Naomi Osaka, the one that the tennis champion, right? That one came out, said that she was dropping out of which of the championships again? I don't want to get the facts wrong, but she dropped out of one of the championships, right? And then she now came and said some pictures now surfaced on the internet about the what they call it, the cover that she did like a photo shoot for a cover. And then people now start and say, hey, it's not the Naomi that says she has mental health, so she dropped her because she wants to go and do photo shoots. Like the girl had to come out and say, because it was so stupid, she had to come out and say this photo shoot was done months ago. This is just now that they are releasing it. Like it was so, I was so
like the fact that the opinion could come out in the first place. It's so retarded.
As in, the fact that she had to now come and defend herself and say, no, this is something, it is so stupid. Edo says saying, why were there no mental health in 1990? Because the awareness was not there. Why do you think a lot of people were going into
It
drugs
was
and
not there. It's not just drugs. Like people were burning out. You do up to a point, and you literally cannot do anymore. So you see people burning out. But in the actuality, like you find right now, people are like, okay, I have to protect my mental health because you are not going. The Olympics, your country, they are not you, right?
exactly?
So if you go out today and you say I'm going to continue, right? I'm going to pretend like my mental health is not an issue. When you are burning out in your own house, nobody's going to know,
Nobody gives a shit.
right? It's why a lot you see somebody they're at the top of their game, they're not, and then they commit suicide, and you're like,
Mhm.
why did they do it?
Or they go
So if
for
you
for one thing.
because
Yeah,
they keep carrying on because of their fans, they keep carrying on because of the people that know. Meanwhile, you literally there's a point where drop out if that's what will help you at that point. Drop out
Edo,
until the next time.
Edo said some na fear, not be matter of insensitivity. Don't you see? Edo say fear is a mental.
You're not.
It can
It's
affect
a mental health issue.
health. Even
Yeah.
fear.
So you are scared. I mean, it's not every human being that is meant to conquer their fear. We're not. Are we all TVNGS patterns?
Attire.
It's not everybody that can mention that can. If you like, literally, a lot of people that you see conquering their fear, maybe they try drugs or something like that. Right? If you cannot, you cannot. If you know that, if you now say, okay, I will go. I'm going to let the crowd push me on. I'm going to let the expectations push me on, and I go, and then you get there and you break down just before, or you start the whatever and you perform lower than yourself. In yourself, you know that you could have performed better, but you perform lower because of that same fear.
Mhm.
You've created an extra, what's it called, an extra layer for your mental issue,
Exactly.
because it's always going to be there. A failure that you knew you may not have failed if you had felt better.
Look at
It's
the
not whether it's fear or whatever, it does not matter.
look at the final jump that she did before she finally left the match. I watched that thing. And me, I'm not an expert in gymnastics, but the commentators were saying if it were a novice, that girl would have broken her neck, probably died there. Literally. She still turned, landed on her foot, right? But you could see that she, almost fell. Like, so she, like, just stumbled out of the jump. Normally, you stand and then you get up, right?
Normally she
Do you
stands.
understand? Like in the air, you could see that she had lost her bearing. Gymnastics is all about spotting. So you spot a particular position, keep your eyes there. When you turn, she had lost.
You're still looking at it.
Imagine she did not have that experience to ensure that she still landed on her feet. She would have had a serious injury. So which one is better? That somebody breaks her neck because of Olympics, or that she now decided that, you know what, I can't do this right now. Let me go out. Me, I don't want to see whether or not it is true, it is fear, it is not anything. Once somebody has come out and said, I have mental health issues, I cannot go on with this, that is the end of the story.
I mean, do you know, it's hard enough to say that in the first place. There is a lot of stigma attached.
Hmm.
It's like borrowing money or something like that. There's a lot of stigma attached. To just come out and say I have mental health issues, a lot of people would not.
Yeah,
To get to that point where you are saying, okay, I'm giving this thing up because of that. I feel like nobody should be arguing with them or calling. If it's easy, go and do it now. Go and do the gymnastics or go and run or whatever you want to do. Like they trained all this stuff. They are the ones that give up with their own hand. It's their own ambition. It's not you. It's not. They're not doing it for the country. Forget all that shit. So if it's really that easy, go and join and go and do your own. No, it takes the singular focus it takes to actually train for something like Olympics. Almost it's not easy at all.
on a
It's not easy.
Edo says lighter note, just of the point, why them not they get mental health issue when you don't reach to sign $100 million deal? Why the money not they shock them to mental health issues? Well, like you said, it's on a lighter note. So you come and explain that one by yourself.
Exactly. If you want to do, you can join that. Let's hear you say that
I'm
one.
going to answer that question. Everybody has a personal decision to decide what they want to do with their lives. So if I've worked so hard to get to a certain level, let's say I've continued my taekwondo career now, do you know the injuries? Do you know the pain? And I get to a certain level where people now want me. You understand? I can take care of my family. I can build a life for myself. Which mentality should go stop me from signing the 100 million? All the stress I don't go
I
through.
mean, there are always compromises and sacrifices. You make the choice based on the pros and cons, right? So if you don't want to do a fight or to play a match or whatever, that's totally up to you. You are the one that is deciding what will I lose here, what will I gain here. It's my mental well-being, is my sustainability as important as getting this thing? If in your brain you think, okay, it's not as important, you move on. If someone is going to give you $100 million, meaning in truth you don't need to ever work a day in your life, and so does your family and your grandchildren, you balance that against your mental health and decide that your mental health do not reach, you move. But that's a personal decision.
And let's not,
You not know the ones
you don't even know, like for instance, let's talk about the fact that there are different mental health issues have their triggers, right?
yeah,
The trigger for her or whoever it was the fact that she was competing. So that is what was
yeah, maybe the competition, yeah.
competition, the anxiety, the expectations, everything. So $100 million deal does not connect at all to the conversation. It doesn't. Even if somebody come and give her $100 million now, as that she just said mental health issue 2 days ago, she will still sign it. And I
Should, yes, now. Even if she, as you were saying, you want to call, she will sign the mental. It does not. It's not mutually exclusive.
I tell
And the truth is why you know when they say, "Oh, this person is depressed." There's one trend that was going around that time. Show me a time that you were absolutely at your lowest, but nobody knew. Even you maybe it's a TikTok trend. You know, I've seen it because it was just like trying to highlight that people could be smiling, could be in their normal life and doing everything, and they're absolutely down. So for maybe like going to work and all of that is something you have managed to put into your comfort zone such that you are able to do it while being at your absolute worst. It won't bother you. You can actually do it. The thing that is triggering you, you cannot do that thing,
exactly.
or it will cause you a lot of harm. So there's just it's different things. You might somebody might have a problem and they can't eat, but they don't have a problem that they can't sleep,
Mm-hmm.
right? They can still sleep, but they can't eat. It's that simple. Like it's you can never know how it's doing another person
Mm-hmm.
until it's doing you, and even your own is only for you.
Exactly.
You can never explain how it's doing another person.
Maybe your phone will stop you from signing $100 million deal to say, but
I'll be very sad for you if your own is like that.
oh shit.
But really, I respect everyone who has given their life to such powerful, yeah, intentions, yeah, like sports and athletics and all of that. Like literally no, there's no possibility of what's it called, mediocrity for you. You must aspire to be the best and aspire to be the highest. It's powerful shit. Like I don't know, I really really admire. I really really admire it.
Admire it too. Anytime I watch the different sports, I'm just like, how my life have been if I had gone a different path. If I had a country that
I mean,
proper athlete, you know, and so it's fun. Sha. I love I even feel for them, right? Going through all the stress, but part of the fun was supposed to be that crowd that cheers you on in the stands. But with the whole COVID issue, it's just like most of them are even
yeah,
some of their mental health. A lot of them could not come with their family, their close friends.
yeah.
If
They're cheerleaders, the people that yeah.
the different ball game,
Like if this was the moment that they will compete with their entire life watching them
yeah,
and feeling out they call it, and that part is lost.
just so different for them. I watched one of the gymnastics where at the end their families were calling in to congratulate them. It was just so sad. Like
Uh,
imagine being alone.
it's just not
No, no,
it.
no. Edo says asking another question. So, what do you guys think about Muslim Taekwondo fighters not wanting to fight the Israeli fighter just because of what Israel is doing to Palestine? Again, it's their personal decision. Edo says, why do you like controversial personal issues?
I feel like I know we said any kind of talk, but are we not tired? Can we not like do like a light, happy conversation?
I mean, like if a Muslim
I mean,
person says
in the end, it's their personal decision
exactly, it's a
now. Like
personal
you
thing.
get to make the choice.
It's a personal thing.
You
Everybody,
cannot. It's everybody has their own form of activism.
yeah,
You can only choose yours.
exactly. It's their own way of protesting because the whole Israeli Palestine thing, people are in two different sides when it comes to that. You can ask 10 people and they'll give you 10 different opinions when it comes to the Israeli Palestine. If you ask them where did this start from, they'll give you 10 different points in history where it started from. So it's not something that I can now come and start discussing with my limited knowledge about whether or not it was right or not right. Everybody has their personal beliefs and convictions. So if that stops them from doing certain things, I mean, it's their wahala now. As long as they not go and now injure the person or follow the person and go and stab the person in the night. That's a totally different matter. It's them protesting
Right.
against what's happening, and that's it.
Besides, imagine all this in taekwondo. There are rules now, but it's very very easy to kill somebody. Right? Like you're there following the rule, and then because you're angry with somebody, you not actually kill them on the
You
on the
understand?
court. Like,
You know,
might as well avoid such.
one punch to the head, because like I know you're not allowed to punch the head. I don't know if you are watching and you don't know about the sport. You're only allowed to kick,
Yeah.
then maybe punch the.
Yeah.
But the punch to the body does not necessarily give you point unless there's a. Anyway, that's a long story. But the point is, if you mistakenly punch somebody's head, unsuspectingly, normally they'll just say, okay, penalty. But if you did it with an intention to kill, that person is dead.
You will kill the
Do you
person. Isn't
understand?
it like the training that they've received? You will kill the person.
Mm-hmm.
So not the one that your mind is, I just want to kick, I just want to kick, and then that anger comes in and then you go and punch somebody's head. You did not plan to be a murderer, but
Exactly.
it did you like that, and then you kill. They know how it is in their head before they made that choice.
Mm-hmm. It might be trying to, like you said, trying to stop themselves from doing something harmful for the person because of the hate, or it could just be them trying to protest and say no, Israel must do something about the whole stuff that is happening in Palestine, and that's their own way of doing it. Now they're all be that.
Yeah.
That's what you call which Muslim fighters. I didn't even watch the whole of the Taekwondo game. So which country? What country were they from? The Muslim fighters. Edusef, Anyway, on other note,
Or is it all Muslim fighters?
or maybe it's all, I don't know. The boycott is political. That's what I'm saying now. Edusef, whether or not it's political, it's their wala. Me, I don't know. You understand? I don't have any knowledge about the matter. So talking about it will just be trying to show my ignorance. Do you get? It's not everything that somebody talks about when you don't have any knowledge of it. So me, I don't know. So if you want to come to the live to come and educate us, please, you're welcome. So, what other? Okay, Algeria. I don't know now.
Did we? I feel like we missed one. Somebody brought up a topic one time I missed. Well, anyway,
Let me look back. I know
you
Jane
guys
said.
have taken us all the way from Nigeria, and it's as I said, busting with topics.
I said, who is leaving BBN this week? I don't watch BBN.
As I said that I have no idea who is leaving BBN this week. I don't watch it. I'm waiting to when I hear the news, I might now see highlights that might be interesting.
Me, I don't have anywhere to. Okay, so Rosemary said dollar is sharp 530 naira. I said I should remind you. All right, congratulations.
So I think the conversation we should be having right now is how can we earn in dollars?
Right.
I think that's like the basic thing right now,
Yeah.
because it means earning in naira is kind of useless because everything will keep increasing. But how can we earn in dollars?
I mean,
Can only pray.
it's completely. It's like Nigeria is rushing to how much inflation has in one. So I'm very sure that they're going to meet their world record. Let us say Caluba, if you go BBN.
Baba, I was visiting it. So there are like how many artists in there? Like they're like three, maybe four artists. Then there's even the what is her name? Arin. I've met Arin before. She was the curator for an exhibition that I attended with a friend of mine. So she's actually she was really cool in person. So the truth is, I literally could be there. What's that I say that I cannot say? What's that I look like I cannot look? It's just I'm afraid of that point where I kind of like lose my social energy and then I just like start staying away from people. I don't think I can do that social behavior for 3 months. I would die. I don't know. I really don't think I can.
Because the thing about BBN is that if you are not social at outside, you have to create a false personality for you to go. In fact, you have
A very false personality. People have to see you. They have to hear you. They have to see you interact.
you are the troublemaker in the house where you have kind of controversy outside where people are like, no, we love him or no, we hate him. Either they are that, or you are the lover boy, or you're somebody in some kind of triangle, or you're the one that has sex in the house constantly. You must have a persona that is
You
social.
choose a personality, yeah, that makes people want to see you again. And that's not easy.
Like someone like me now, people will hate me if I go into the house. I'll literally just
I I doubt it. I doubt it. Yeah, man.
no.
I doubt
I'm
it.
telling you, you hate me because I'll just go there and be like, oh, somebody's talking about some kind of stupid conversation, and I'm like, is this really what we're talking about right now?
But then in truth, right? Like I agree that my own, but your own, you're actually like like socializing is a bit easier for you because I think you like people a little bit more and you
Yeah,
like people to have fun
socializing, but not for
around
the
you and all
camera.
too.
Not for the
Yeah,
camera.
yeah. No, I feel like unlike like those of us who would have to create a persona
Yeah.
and then work to keep that persona up, which would be like really exhausting. For you, you may not have to create a persona at all. If you go with yourself like this, yeah, man, you could win BBN. I'm serious about it because the way you interact, right? Even when you are quiet, even when you are enclosed or to your own self, you are still able to interact. You understand? Exactly. Romanus is completely right. I ghost, I disappear, I become nobody. And then I have swings, right? I can be super energetic and everybody go like, oh, Caleb, blah blah blah. That's the time people get to know me. When I'm not, I am super quiet. I am super not there. But you're more stable. So if you do not overdo, right, you could literally be known. And then anybody that hears you talk intelligently, you know games. If all these their tasks and other things, you totally bomb on them. So you probably will be a much better fit for BPN than I would. My own is just I'll
Yeah.
probably just go there and do a
I
lot
just
of
say,
what's it
see
called?
there, Rosemary. I just say, if I enter BBN,
Yams, yams.
can you actually do Tasha Army for me or Messi Army?
We
Look
if
at them.
I will be
Order,
will be your yams.
ordering to follow my YouTube channel. If you cannot follow, it's now BBN. You go do.
but
No, now get
but
out.
then but then we follow, right? And if you're a BBN, that means like I was watching Irene's page. She had like I even took a screenshot. How many followers that time said? It was like 2,000. She had like 2,000 followers, right? And then the thing blew up to like 11,000 in how many minutes once she entered the house. So we literally have backing of new followers, new fans. All we have to do is choose the content to put out there and blow you. Oh, it's not hard. We can be yams, very easy yams.
Yams. So my army will be yams. Yams, yams. People are all mad. Thank you all for both of
Well,
your
yeah.
questions. I'm very, very happy. But the thing is, for you to even enter BBN here, you have to have a certain level of
Yeah,
influence before you even enter.
yeah, it's quite deep. The way I see all of them going, oh wow, it was such a crazy process, and all of that. I'm like, you guys are sounding like you had to write exams, do like SB, do some fighting on top, maybe kill some people too. The way I was like, it was such a stressful process. I'm really crazy and excited to be here, blah 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 blah. But this is not okay.
Oh my god.
Eh?
Yeah.
I think the whole of Nigeria would love to be Yams, Sha. Imagine that now. It's such a different name. It's not Titans or what is it called? Amazons or this kind of things. Like just simple yams. Everybody loves you. Everybody wants to eat you. There are different kinds. There's water yam, cocoa yam, potato yam. You
Seriously.
know, just put us in beans, eat us with soup, use just oil.
Yeah. But I feel like there's some backstage things that go on, the whole persona, not apart from persona now, the physical qualities. For guys, you have to have some kind of muscle. For women, you have to have, if not big nyash or big breast. There's just something. So, I think,
No, no,
Jerry,
not everybody. I mean, look at this year's house, Nana. They have different kinds of characters, right? I mean, not all of them are absolutely hot. Not all of them are hot, hot. They have, it's just, I'm sure people that are very attractive would get to choose what's it called? Would get to choose uh, will be more easier chosen. But then Irene now, she's not the conventional hot. She's winged all over. So I feel like it's not there might be something in their choosing process, but I'm sure they choose like wild cards. And I'm not talking about the wild card game thing, but I don't think Kalia makes sense. Like it doesn't sound right.
By the for you. Completely ignore you. Oh my god.
Not bad. But so the physical qualities might not just be it. I don't know how they do the process. I'm gonna ask rest. I'm gonna ask rest. Maybe you would know because it's people do
There's
maybe.
for that Canada. Maybe I should do that one.
There's people that no
Man, with
don't do
my
Big
pride.
Brother Canada.
Is that
Hey, what did they do in Big Brother Canada? Is it like our own?
I've never watched anyone. I think they were advertising it sometime last year when I just came here. But I don't think with the whole COVID thing they've done anyone since. It's just normal. I just bring
Nigeria did
different people
not
to the
send
house.
COVID.
You know, obviously, Big Brother did not start from Nigeria now. It started from, I think it was US or
Yeah.
then he came to Africa, Big Brother Africa, before he now became. Rosemary, I know I will have more chance in Nigeria. I doubt they won't allow me to enter the house. Like, I'm too black, you know. So they will probably
Yep.
for the light-skinned, coily-haired black person to put in the house. So I'm just.
That will fit with their what's it called looks.
Mm-hmm. Anywho, so what else are we talking? I like today's conversation. It's just free, talking different stuff. Edo said talking trouble.
Just yes.
You know what? To come on,
Romans,
like
what are we talking?
Rosemary, you want to come?
Nobody wants to come and co-anchor.
Roomman is here.
Janet, are you still here?
Roomman,
Yeah, I saw her enter a while back.
why are you just quiet? You're spying on us. ITV want to big sister. What?
Wait, you're joking. It's not only big sister. Kill me.
I don't want to go into the fact that if it's in Benin now, the big sister, what chief priestess. Anyway, oh shit. Rosemary said that conversation about light skin, though. That was last week? No. That was
No, it could not have been last week. It was in your cooking one now, so that'll be last 2 weeks.
2 weeks ago. And that was never supposed to be the main conversation. It just deviated into that. Roommate, you're saying yeah.
Roommate, you're doing what's it called, Abby? You're doing ghost auntie.
Let's just say you not get you self, you never get network, don't get that. So you're come for there, but
So me that did not have light, I don't understand.
It's network
I'm
that
proud. Yeah, it's done by the network. It's probably like missing half the conversation.
Imagine not having light and network is bad. So we'll basically just be seeing darkness and we never know that you are not even on the same frequency with us.
Like
Caleb, you're saying something
about what? I have short-term memory.
More like you don't have short-term memory. Oh, which one?
And that would be like saying I don't have memory at all.
Oh.
Edison, I rejected in Jesus' name. Oh yeah, I saw that news.
What animal did it turn into, please?
I don't even know which animal it is. I just saw that they say it turned into animal. They only showed us the man. They never agreed to show us the person turning into animal. These days when people catch everything on camera.
Maybe they did not see the person like you see just carry phone to capture video in the animal. It's until the person turn to you so that's
Yeah, but like is the process like zoom? Or is it like animal kind of breaking of bones? Is it like Teen Wolf? I don't get how does it work? I'd like to know.
all those stories that always come out from Benin. The other time it was that one woman was caught on broom on the electric wire. We never saw the woman. was already when she was on ground that we saw her. Some kind of story
You only see the person where they want to start beating the person.
as in,
Because the truth is, you see videos of you see videos of, well, what are some type of crazy videos I've seen where it's like, how did you manage to know that this was about to happen for you to capture it, right? An elephant baking a house, a car about to be swallowed by water, and all those kind of things. So how do people know to capture it? This one now, the guy, they saw him turn to animal all through the time he was turning. Nobody captured this. Now when they now catch him, I think they now capture it. And then exactly while the guy was there, nobody could like shock him and be like, "Oh, yeah, tell us more, oh, yeah, tell us more." Why don't they ever like get surprised, like, "Ah, come to the bed," and they fall back down into a human, like that kind of thing? Nobody does that.
I mean, if a man can turn into an animal, he's really, really gifted, and they should probably, they say that we explore our brain, explore superpowers we start getting. So it might actually be the next generation of people who are just
Like, I mean, that's the way. Is that not the way they were always ostracizing X-Men because
exactly.
they could do things?
Mm,
They really should learn from such people. If I found someone who could turn into animals, I'll probably ask him to teach me. I want to
if
be.
a man,
If you turn into animal, what animal do you turn into?
I, I answer that. I must say the US is better, but if they see a person that turns into an animal in the US, they don't take the person to lab, go and extract his blood and look for how to kill
No, 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 no.
the
Uh-uh.
animal.
The cure to immortality must be somewhere in there. The cure
Yes,
to death or whatever.
people are saying
Even cancer self, they'll believe they'll find it in his blood.
leave jazz first. To even be able to do that kind of jazz, do you know what it means? Do you know the kind
Like,
of
that's
hours
like
that
Olympic level jazz. Oh,
ah,
I don't understand. Superpowers and jazz, what's the difference?
friends? If you see somebody fly,
What's
that
Shazam? Is
say,
Shazam not jazz?
I don't say we do like our medicine. We do like intelligent talk. Person now which you say now X-Men, this matter.
See, that's the I don't or Nigeria and the world. We call it witch. They call it X-Men. We call it what's it called? Jazz. They call it science or whatever else.
What
Or
is
evolution.
magic? When a reporter was doing the fetus deletus, people did not know that it was Azeno.
Say, fetus deletus. What is wrong with you? Whose fetus are they deleting?
Okay. Said which animal would I turn to? Let's see. It will have to be a flying animal or an animal that can run really fast. So my favorite animal is a tiger, naturally speaking. But then tigers are too targeted. People always want to
Mm.
steal
They are,
tigers
they
and put
are,
them
they
in
are,
zoos. So I'll probably turn it an eagle or something, a flying, really fast flying animal.
I feel like you like to steal my answers. Like, can you try to be original? Go.
Rosemary, what do you mean by cat leopard? What do you know? What do you mean by that?
I agree, cats, but Yemen cannot climb a tree. So, I don't know
Excuse
about
me,
leopard.
I can climb a tree. I can climb a tree. I
Uh-huh.
used to climb trees. Women can testify. That mango tree in front of our,
What,
our
what, what kind of trees? Women,
mango
women,
tree.
please testify. Mango trees, not bad. Not bad. I mean, they have a lot of ants. I mean, I stopped
Yeah,
climbing mango tree when I was like um 5. There was a day that I fell down for one because like I stumbled upon this like bouquet of ants.
yeah. They
I
usually
was
have
like,
ants
how?
and snakes.
Oh, I was seeing it in the color, but I was thinking it was you.
What?
How can there be light? That means somebody is playing with the what do you call it? Somebody doing legal shit. Please look at
Edu
that.
said if it's to turn into anything, it wants to be sand. Voila, too much for the living. So you want to be an
Wait,
inanimate object, not like you want to be sandman.
but
Like, what
hold
are
on.
you
Either you
saying?
want to be sandman, you want to be gala, or you just want to be sand.
Do you understand? You just
Because if
want
you
to
are
be
sand, you're
sand.
not coming back from that.
I beg her out. Which kind of sand with that? Rosemary, me. What should Rosemary not turn into now?
Rosemary,
Maybe
something
rats.
rabbity.
Rats.
Something rabbity. One animal that all those animals that used to wash their face, I'm like,
Squirrel,
When they
squirrel,
are finding that
squirrel,
cruel.
squirrel.
Rosemary
That's
is cruel.
Rosemary is going to come for us, yeah. Let me just be prepared.
But if I'm choosing any animal, it would be definitely a flying one. Like I literally need. I feel like at some point in my life, maybe if I like go really old, when I get to a certain age, I go to the top of like a skyscraper and jump down. But thank God they now have like parasailing and all of that, so no big deal. I can try that instead of the other plan. Because the other plan involves me jumping down with no help at all. I hope that I fly.
Now, is this like a death wish, or you expect that you will fly after?
No, no, like if I feel like I have lived my life, that's like the last thing on my bucket list. So the intention, I believe I can fly, and I've just like not had the courage to give it my all. But imagine you are falling down to your definite death. You are definitely going to try to fly. Then,
Okay, at what
if
age?
there's any flying, in you will find out.
At
I'm
what
just like I'm not. Sometime when I feel like maybe after I've given birth to children, or like whatever, or I'm 90 or something.
80? Because I'm like, even if you could fly at that age, all your bones would have already been weak, so you will still die.
That's why. Why do you think I work out so much? I'm trying to ensure that my bones are still nimble even when I'm old, so that when I do that jump and I fly, it will be fine.
Abio, tell us
Because
when before it happens. Edo said if I should choose an animal, it's not snake. You get why for like swallow for so long. So you not turn into a snake. Do you know how hard it is for snakes? Oh my god. It's not as easy. It's not be those snake where they turn they swallow money. Not be all those kind of snake.
you know what I used to get those kind of snakes in Nigeria. They kill snakes, so before you get to the size where you can
As
swallow
in they for
somebody
not
for
kill, they
asshole and
not
come
kill
out.
you finish. Maybe or
As
maybe
in,
it's when you get there that you not turn. But even if like you
not.
get to Aso
But then
Rocket,
even growing up. And now, even growing up to be that kind, and then imagine when you swallow someone as a snake,
you have
you
to
will not be
remain
there.
there
You
for
will not be
hours.
like that. They
They
will
will
not
not
kill
kill
you
you.
just to swallow one person. But it's not worth it to Nigeria. And the meat is like poison. See how Nigeria feels
Yeah.
after swallowing you. You will
No,
not
no,
like
no,
it.
no. You have to be like
Not
as
just
literally as
no,
big
no,
as a
but
python.
just go for something that can spray speed, so that you can kill the person around you.
Rosemary said in other news, 100 million just missed for finance office today. Which finance office?
Wait, how? Where?
Like
What
Ministry of
happened?
Finance. Okay, Ministry of Finance. Well, money is always missing now. That's like
What's
yeah.
what's the excuse for this one?
Edison said, "Do you guys hear about the Nasarawa heist?" I'm not hearing all this gist. So people should gist us now. What's
Ah,
happening?
this is a chance to be heard. Please, oh yeah, give us the gist. People should either come on the live or just start preparing a pistol and writing yourself. Can read
The
it
only
out.
one I heard about today was the whole FBI apprehending, or was that yesterday? The deputy DCIP, DCIPD, whatever it's
Abakiari.
called,
Awesome
because
gist.
he was in
Hmm.
like he was in cahoots with Hush Puppy.
Yep.
Nigeria never
And
sleep.
my what's it called is where people act surprised. It always shocks me. Why people acting surprised? What is it about Nigeria that still surprises you?
Oh
I
wait,
don't get it.
they said it's a robber. Okay, it's the same thing that both of them are talking about. So
Oh, they
wait,
are both talking about the same thing.
they put 100 million naira inside Ministry of Finance. Ministry of Finance is not a bank. I don't understand.
No, no, it's not just Ministry of Finance is now the bank because what will you be having 100 million naira? Which vault do they have there? I don't
Is that
get it.
central bank now? So because it's Ministry of Finance, they now put money there. I thought, oh shit. These are
Finance and money are not the same thing. Like there are different sides to finance. So I'm not certain why they will have money
oh,
in
is
Ministry of
it
Finance.
Ministry of Cash
Or
and
somebody wanted to
Spending?
take it home to protect it from the robbers that will come and take it in the bank.
Don't mind them. It's all staged. Nothing in Nigeria is real. Let's just forget it. They're just putting different news out there.
Like I'm always shocked at how people like you see some people actually bother arguing with these things.
I just said Roberts entered the finance office and carted away with 100 million. But why Nigerian journalists like that phrase carted away? Now the only one they learn for journalism school now.
And they use it so much. So it's not like cliche. If it works so well, why not use it?
Exactly.
If a
Carted
snake
away.
could cut away or rats could cut away, or was it the monkey the other time? Or the dragon? The dragon carted away. So
Wait,
it
what?
works.
There
It
was a
works.
dragon in Nigeria.
I think there was a time they said a dragon took
I think
how much now?
so. Mystical creatures are not taking stuff. It's not even only snake and monkey now. They
How
now brought
dare
dragon.
you call a dragon? It's like the person who
Hello.
turned into an animal when nobody could see it, but everybody does now. So please do not debase our myths. Even though
You said
dragons are
what? How do I call a
such.
dragon a mythical creature?
Hmm?
You are breaking your network. Has started. You said how do I call a dragon a mythical creature?
A mythical creature, yes.
What is
If
it?
people saw it, then they saw it.
Who saw it?
Unless you're trying to say Nigerians lie.
Right. I mean, that would be
I mean,
absurd, right? How would
that would
Nigerians
be actually
lie?
there. So how can you, especially Nigerian politicians, I would not take that from you.
They are the most honest people on earth.
I mean,
Oh, okay. She said the dragon was a joke during NSAS. It's not actually the truth.
yeah.
And I see why for like,
No, but we totally understand. We're just thinking about like your own case. Like, it will not be worthwhile for you. You
yeah,
turn into a snake, and then they will now kill you, eat you, probably kill the person you killed, and eat the person too. But after that, it continues. You might as well turn into a dragon. At least you can spare fire and
exactly.
still swallow people
Fire. You go to one of
and fly
the national meetings. You all spray all of them. That would be so fun.
and be Nigerians.
Okay, oh, so now the Nigeria issues in our bring on today. Who wants to come to the live? Oh, we'll so round up. I mean round off. Oh right, Edo said something about earning in dollars. Where was that talk?
Yeah, the Chaka app. I think I actually had a friend who was telling me about it that time, like buying of stocks and all those kind of investments.
There's an app called Chaka. It allows you buy foreign stock and save in dollars. I mean, are you expected to trade by yourself, or would you have to like would you have a broker or something? Because a lot of people, I think that's a major issue, not knowing how to trade and watch for the trends, to know when to sell and buy. Unless you want to just buy
And
long
hold
term long
maybe
term
like
assets. And if you are trying to get money right now,
mm,
earning dollars right now, I don't know if how long term assets are going to really help you.
I think for Nigerians right now, they're actually like thinking a lot about how to keep more of their money in dollars and probably still be able to get it when they need to because it feels like I saw something about it, the possibility of it becoming 900 naira to a dollar by December. If you think about that kind of thing, you realize that whatever money you have is about to half in value, and that's like really
Value.
scary. So how can you hold dollars and know that you can still have access to it when you need it?
I mean, I think,
So it's
yeah, I
not a
guess if
question.
you are willing to do, yeah, it's a suggestion. Rosemary said there's rice as well. I'm guessing rice does the same thing as chaka.
Mm,
Um, and there's one I saw recently, but that one takes a lot of work. It's called Shutterstock. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. So basically, you take pictures and then you put them on there, and then people buy them. So I don't know if guys know Canva. So Canva is like an app that uses pictures. Like you can download free pictures, or if you pay for it, you can download unlimited pictures. So basically, people who put those pictures on Canva are being paid anytime you use it for any purpose. If you use it for a background, if you download it, if you pay for it, whatever you do, those people get royalties. So it's more like a long-term kind of accrual kind of income. So if you love taking pictures of environments, people doing stuff, people laughing, things that people can actually use for other purposes, then Shutterstock is a good app. And I think they pay in dollars because obviously there's nothing that pays in naira. So maybe if you like have a PayPal account or something, you know just I feel like people should just start opening things. If you have friends abroad, ask them to maybe open email addresses for you with different IP addresses, just so you can have that ability to open all those kind of PayPal accounts, USD dollar accounts, and stuff like that.
yeah.
Uh,
Is worth looking into.
oh, Edose said, what was the funniest thing you wanted to become growing up? I would start in KG3. I wanted to be a roofing zinc. How stupid was I? I felt like it was shiny and I wanted to shine. Wow. Okay.
So when I read that, what really
That's
came to my
beyond
mind was
stupid.
how what really came to my mind was how dull do you have to be to want to shine that badly that you not be a physics? Like,
Oh my god. I mean, Edose, do you want to talk about something? I feel like we are here
like
for
I
you.
feel like you have this sound like some issues. And issue, like we said, mental health is very personal and also very important. You can talk to us, it's
Yeah,
totally fine.
we're totally here for you. This
I
is a
mean,
safe space.
if you once wanted to be a roofing, what do you want to be now?
A
I
star
cannot
in the
imagine.
sky. I mean, like when people say,
I
"Oh,
mean,
I want to be a star," they're actually talking figuratively. Oh, they're not talking.
yeah, but maybe he's not realized that. So maybe when everybody else is saying, I want to be a star, he thinks they're all flowing with him. Not knowing that, but it's on a whole different level.
First, he says sand. Have you, Rosemary? He says sand,
And
and now it's
he
roofing
says
zinc.
that.
I mean,
Now but
yes,
imagine you are now gotten a chance to become zinc and you became asbestos. It's like a really, really hard ambition to have.
oh my god. And I bet
So
us even was does not even shine at all. Does not even reflect.
exactly. So like we really deliberate about these things because you don't know who will answer your prayer now. And all of a sudden you are not zinc but you're asbestos or PDC. Now it's just won't be so cool. But then his own question. So what crazy thing did you want to be? I don't think anybody can have something like zinc or sand. I feel like that's just you, Edison.
And those that said I didn't understand figurative speech. Okay, okay. I guess that is it.
Yeah,
I guess that's what.
that must be it. Like
Yeah,
you're
that
you're
that
very you're very literal.
yeah. In your own words, you said you were deeply dull. Okay, I'm not gonna even going to talk about that.
Yeah. I think I would not comment.
Oh my god.
So parents would be like, don't you want to be bright like or you're not bright at all. I want to be bright as a star. And then we look at the sun shining off that beautiful zinc. I'd be like, if I was zinc, my parents would never tell me I was dull.
I know, right? Why did you even say I want to be the sun? Like, why not the sun? Why zinc?
I mean, the sun, that's pretty bright and shiny. But okay,
Okay.
okay, let's go with zinc.
Yeah. I don't think I ever wanted to be any inanimate object though. I cannot think of any.
No,
I
no, I
mean,
really cannot think of an inanimate object I wanted to be. I mean, the thing about inanimate objects, they get to be controlled by animate objects, which
yeah.
has never really been a thing. I do not like being controlled.
Abi? Rosemary
I
said,
don't want
or
to be good.
gold, so that it can be both shiny and expensive.
How incredible.
Okay, I don't
Crazy.
like Edo say. I say we should answer. I don't know. Never wanted to be an inanimate object. Okay, so but funny stuff. I don't know, nothing. No. I mean,
I've only ever wanted to fulfill my true self and be a superhero. Not to save people, but just to be able to fly, kill people that I don't like, and such things.
so
Like
basically a selfish superhero. All right. Um,
just a super powered person, really.
so not a hero. Okay. She just wanted to
Yeah,
have
the hero to the top
superpowers.
block. The, the movie showed how you don't really get a lot of thanks for being a hero. So I
Mm,
really just wanted to be able to fly and do stuff. I still
yeah.
feel like I would. I will get to that point. Like I'm certain. I believed that it got to the point I thought it was maybe because I needed to get to be 21. Now I'm sure is that when I'm 25, to reach absolute maturity so that I don't misuse my powers. So
Right.
yeah, I'll eventually
Okay.
be. Yeah.
We'll be counting down. Right.
Yeah. Next year.
Okay. Rosemary says, "Papa, you'd love to have." Everybody already knows that Kele's one is flying. So
Flying is just one. Flying is just one. But the
Ros-
mind, the
one, one,
mind,
one, one, one.
one.
Superpower.
Who gives somebody
One.
one superpower? That's torture.
Rosemary said invisible. Ah, Rosemary, this is another really deeply rooted
Right?
Do you want to
it's
talk
a bit
about something?
disturbing again. I feel like we probably need to change this into like a bit of a therapy session. Now, don't ignore the stigma of the word therapy. I'm just saying that we need to talk. Okay. If you
Okay,
find
Rumi,
your
why did you want
this,
to be invisible?
why do you want to be visible?
For me, I want to have teleportation
Can
powers,
you
like
tell
be
us?
able to go anywhere in the world in the snap of my finger, like this. Go to Japan, like this. Go to wherever, go to the
I
top of the
mean,
pyramids, like this. That's me. I just say superpower genius for obvious reasons. But
let's just stop now. You're cracking me up for you.
I just say, wait. You know that it's not all geniuses. Anyway, let me just keep quiet. But yeah, for me, Sha, because I want to go anywhere in the world. I hate the fact that the world is controlled by visas and boundaries. Like, who told them that this is the boundary of America? So once you cross it, you must have a visa. What kind of rubbish talk? I mean, I should be able to go anywhere in the world without having to apply for one stupid paper that proves. Wait, what? Caleb is scaring you. Something out of a scary movie. Why is Caleb scaring you?
Is it like my present situation? Something I said? Let's know where to start because,
Is it the
or is it like talking in the dark? Can't be so far away from Nigeria that you've forgotten how we do these things.
ah ah? Okay. Anyway. Oh, she said she'll be slapping people left, right. Okay. That's what I
Oh,
thought when I was younger. Oh, so you want to be mischievous.
oh,
So your squirrel status is just, yeah, I think we were right on that squirrel. Um,
mm-hmm.
Rumen said, okay, your picture
Is my
is,
picture that distorted
it's not distorted here. Oh. I don't know. Rumen always has one issue. Is it that she's
on
not
kind of
hearing
network?
me or, I mean, sometimes you
Yeah.
pause, but it's not like continuously terrible or anything.
Okay. There was a time I wanted to be. I wanted to be something like invisible. Invisible stroke immaterial with the ability to turn certain parts of my body material at certain times only. I would not tell why I wanted to be that.
Okay. Moving on. Moving on. I don't know. I think
But
apart from,
definitely, I would like to be able to read people's minds.
I don't think I would like to read
Definitely.
people's minds. I feel like I already have a certain level of that already. I don't know if I want to have more, add more
I
stress to
don't
my
think,
life.
I'm not certain how much more you could have. So that's the reason you don't want to be. You
I
already
mean,
have to be perfect.
I don't just go around feeling, oh my god, I wish I could read that person's mind. If you are not telling me what is on your mind, then
Mm.
to hell with you.
No, no. Mine is not. It's more of a. If you can, like, I believe there are more to the thoughts that someone thinks, right? It's not just the basic thoughts that they're thinking. What of the subconscious thoughts? What of the ones that they don't know they are thinking? What of the mental palaces in their mind? Imagine being able to walk people's mental palaces,
So what we use it
being
for?
able to walk it literally, like, I believe everyone's mind is conjoined. It's why you are able to be semi-telepathic, right? It's why empathetic people, is that the word? Yes, it's why empathetic
Empath.
people
Empath.
are able to, empaths, yeah, are able to sort of like feel the environment, all of that, because everyone is interacting on that level. It's just we don't know. So imagine you could walk on that level. It's literally like another world that you could interact with.
For me, I feel
And you
like,
could use that to totally control this world. It's pure.
well, it's a nice power to have, but for me, I feel like if everybody doesn't have that power, then it's like a burden for you alone to have it. I mean, Roman said reading post mind is like a black hole. I agree. I'm like, it's too much of a
Only
burden.
if you are not extensively selfish.
I don't know. I just don't. Or like maybe if I were a psychologist and I say, okay, maybe reading post mind will help me do my job better or something. I don't know. I don't see how it will affect me on a day
Yeah,
to day kind
you
of.
don't see it because you are already telepathic,
I'm not
so you don't get
telepathic.
it. Uh-huh.
I'm not
So that's
telepathic.
why you don't get it. But for those people that are not telepathic, it will actually probably like be a really cool skill or power, maybe.
Well. don't know what else. Maybe mm, mm, Rosemary said doesn't really interest me. Like, I mean, for most people, to me, it's just like a body. If you know people's minds,
People
you'll be
don't say it
extremely lonely.
alone.
You'll be extremely lonely because you
Alone is
know,
what?
yeah, it's lonely because you know what everybody's thinking. So you know when people are pretending, you know when, like, it's just too much for me, Like,
I I already know when people are pretending,
and
and
then
it
nobody
really doesn't
understands
matter.
you, right? Nobody understands you because you know you understand everybody, but when it's not time for you to explain yourself, it's hard.
Yeah, but it's literally people don't understand me right now, right? And you can only control minds if you can read them.
Exactly, women is intertwined
Okay.
though, at least according to X-Men psychology.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
intertwined.
even if you couldn't, I think it's way better to know what's in a mind and then control it than to just force your will on people's minds without knowing what was there in the first place. That's like butchery, there's no finesse in it. So, as well know what's in there.
I think another thing I would love is um being able to produce anything I want. So it's almost like, I don't know, it's almost like teleportation as well, but on a different level where I'm bringing things to me. So for instance, let's say,
But not like creating it, but bringing it.
yeah. So for instance, I don't know if I will be able to create it. I don't know. I'm just saying, this did you watch Wonder Vision?
No.
But the power that Wonder has. So being able to just make things out of nothing. So for instance, I'm hungry now and I want to eat a burger. I don't need to go and spend my money. I'm just like, it's here.
Is that not like really boring? Like
How
you
is it
now
boring?
have it. Anything you have. I would never leave the spot that I am in. And I
Well,
will never talk to anybody
well,
because literally the only thing it's really boring. You have
I'm already doing
everything
that.
you want
I'm
right here
literally
without going
already doing
anywhere.
that. And I could make,
That is the end of the human race right there.
wait now.
Delivery systems is the end of the human race.
Wait,
I'm
Caleb,
going to say that.
imagine I needed like 10 million naira right now or $10 million and I just snap my finger, bam, and it's here and I can help a lot of people. It's so,
Blah blah
it's
blah
so
blah.
much.
Help a lot of people. Blah blah blah. Okay.
Ruben,
3 point. That sort of part is first of all very selfish, and then number two, it's boring because you just get to hear. I mean, I feel like the process has always been a bit of the fun, having to order something, having
what
like you're
fun
not
is
you're
that?
thinking like, all the things you want to everything you can literally just get it
Anything.
here.
The only thing is,
Uh,
the only thing is, I would not want to be able to bring life. So that's the only thing.
so no beds, no cats. Imagine a nice little pussycat.
No, no thanks. Ruben said spoiler alert. What is spoiler alert?
Oh, what are you spoiling?
Ruben, you can do that with robots though. Spoiler alert.
Control people is that.
Blood money. Is it blood money? Right, is blood money. Blood money. Somebody has to die in order for you to get rich. All I'm saying is I'll be able to snap my finger and money materializes that I can use. How is it blood money? Mona, leave me a beg.
Mm, mm.
You spoiled the movie
I
now.
like being able to.
Which movie are we talking about?
Oh, the Wonder Vision.
Oh, I'm talking Wanda. Everybody knows Wanda superpower. How did I spoil the movie?
Who is everybody?
Didn't you? So Wanda is a part of the Avengers. She has been there since. So if I mention
I've never
somebody,
met
it's
her.
like me saying Iron Man has a suit of armor around his body. I mean, that's not spoiler.
Spoiler! What if I've never watched anything Iron Man before?
That's
Wow, now I know he has a stick of iron around his body.
Ruben.
I literally thought he
Okay,
was a man made of iron.
Rosemary. If you did not know Wanda's superpower, that's on you. It's not on me. That's not spoiler alert. Everybody knows Wanda's superpower. If you're an Avenger fan,
But
then you
now,
know
now you
Wanda's
see how
superpower.
many people in this life alone that happen to not know Wanda's
All of
superpower.
you are just,
Wow, your world just became a little larger, didn't it? Right?
all of
Already
you,
there, check it.
all of you are just living in one kind of, if I understand or something. It's like you telling me that you don't know Vision's power now. Like you don't know that Vision. I wanted to spoil it for you again. Anyway,
Vision is the guy that Vision is that cool guy that is red faced, I think.
yeah, it has an infinity stone on his head.
Oh, I don't know his price, but he's really cool. Okay.
Okay. Anyway, remember, if like roll your eye from that to tomorrow. Go and watch it. Wonder Vision came
Don't
out
mind that.
months ago. So if you have not watched it, I now expect I should not spoil it for you. That's on you. Sorry.
I've not watched Black Panther.
So I should not talk about Black Panther because you don't watch something that came out in 2018. You are not serious.
Is it that far away? I've
Yes.
sure not watched anything since then till
Then whose
now,
fault
so
is
mhm.
it? Anyway. Yeah, I'm really enjoying today's conversation. Thank you guys. It has been a very long week. I was so tired. But talk has been
Like this
energized
was
me.
this was refreshing though. It was really refreshing.
Rumen, last time when you joined us, you said you wanted us to talk more about the woman anatomy and stuff like that. So maybe we should actually, okay, sorry. Next time I'll say spoiler alert before I say anything. Gosh. So Rumen, maybe we should do like a pajama party. If you are in, maybe we'll talk about it later. Rosemary, if you are in too, we can do like a pajama party on the woman anatomy and talk about some stuff.
Would there be like practical showing? Let me know whether I want to join.
You're not going to join. Sit down at home and watch the
I'm
pajama
just
party.
I'm just I'm just saying, like, would they be like, oh, this is how the areolas look, and this is how the
No, we're
uh
not.
this is how you feel for lumps and stuff like
No,
that.
we're
Would they,
not
would they, would
doctors. We're not trying
they,
to teach you the human anatomy. We're trying to talk about stuff that people are too ashamed to talk about.
see? Oh, okay. I'm hoping she's saying the show for me, but my mind was like, oh, she said the show for
No,
you.
she's saying the sure
Right,
for me that she's interested in that pajama party, not for you. Pretty 100% sure
right.
she's not talking about you.
You cannot be sure. You
I'm
really cannot be
100% sure.
sure.
100%. That
It,
telepathy
it
that you
really
say
might just
I
be
have, I'm using it now. I'm sure that she's not saying it because of
it really might just be that you guys are going to like put on. I mean, imagine a YouTube video with that. You guys showing us, letting us. I mean, the
first of all,
education,
first of all, first
mad.
of all, first of all, the video will probably be taken down. First of all, everybody knows Caleb is a perv. Yes, Ashawo, yes, all the names, just bring it out. We all know because it's useless.
What's all this negative
Anyway,
energy? Namaste.
anyway, yeah, but we'll talk more about things that girls are too ashamed to talk about or ashamed to ask. But that's another topic. So yeah, what are you guys doing for the weekend? I have a long weekend, so I have Monday as my public holiday. So I'm just like gonna chill out this weekend.
I am not sure what my weekend is going to be. Um, I was working on something at the office that I did not get done with. I may end up having to do it again tomorrow. Um,
Things men should know about the
see,
female body. The question is,
if you
do we even know what we? Some women don't even know what we should know about the female body. But yeah, women, we will talk about it.
and let men know and let them know, right? Not just tell them, let them know.
We'll give you links to go
Men,
and check by yourself, Bev. Rosemary said, "What are you celebrating?" There's something called Terry. What again? What's the guy's name? Terry something. Shy. He was a marathoner. If there's a word like that, he was a racer and he had cancer and his leg had to be amputated. But he still ran a he did a like a run all over Canada, and although he still died later, so they now name the day after him because he spread awareness of cancer and all that thing, raise funds. Because of him, other countries now started doing that particular race. Terry something, I've forgotten. So that's the holiday we're having on
okay,
Monday.
that sounds powerful. I was reading something about a guy who swam 125 miles.
I think I saw
Swam,
that on your status. Yeah.
yeah, in water, like in the ocean. Like he dived into the ocean and kept swimming in the ocean for over 50 hours
God
non-stop
forbid.
swimming. What?
Thinking about that self is giving me a
What?
panic attack.
I'm telling you, I literally cannot stay in the deep side of the pool because, and then you go to the ocean and then you
Wait.
swim.
Wait, Caleb, sorry to cut you short, but there's something I want to just say. Edo said this weekend he's gonna be disconnecting customers that did not pay light bill. So yeah, it's part of
Wait,
the
I just say you are the reason I am in the darkness right now. People disconnected my light. It's you. I'm consulting with the enemy. Edison. Wait,
Edo
hold
said,
on. But if they say come and connect, people will be like, you're not working in the weekend.
but they can disconnect in the weekend. Wicked people.
Yeah. Wait, so last, you talked to Depa. You are the people that are collecting all the truck that fire you.
No wonder Edo is always angry. And he's hurting people. So now you be Nepa. Edo said, no, 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 no.
I always thought I didn't know any Nepa person because the thunder kind of goes round, it goes round. That the Nepa person, I really don't know how to feel about that.
Edo said, "Nah, mommy, water be that." But seriously, that's crazy. Oh.
I,
Swimming over 50
you
hours
should
in
have seen it when it
water.
came out. He literally could not stand. He literally could not stand because his body probably has like forgotten what it feels like to be like in air and on land or something like
But it must have stopped
that.
for some time to like just rest, Nabi.
Maybe a float or something.
I
The
know.
shower was completely unaffected or whatever. And they said non-stop swim. And for him to do it in 50 hours, I mean, it's 125 kilometers, oh, and you are swimming. Mad.
That
That,
his body self. You know how when you put your hand inside water for too long and it starts to become soft.
yeah,
That means
yeah.
your body is soft and
He had
ew.
to like rub I don't know, like some part of it because I mean hypothermia, right? You stay in water for how long? You get cold. But there's even a lady, like he beat a lady's record by just like 1 kilometer, do 1 mile. So there's a lady that's done like 124, 123. Hey, that these people consider these things. There was a film I watched when I was young, Bobby Hood, I think. Or was it the other one? One of those English old like English films or something like those ones, those medieval kind of stuff. And the guy swam and they would put like what they call it. No swimsuit. That was a cool thing. Completely unsupported, zero swimsuit. He just rubbed like powder on his face and body to keep away the like absolute cold.
You know where it's
I
from?
always thought like that. Yeah, yeah. I think he's Italian. I
Wow.
think he's Italian. He's Italian.
It's
He
also
swam from Malta to Italy,
salt.
from Italy to Malta.
The salt. That means you would have to like literally recover from that shit. Like you literally have to change his diet for some time. You will have to drink certain like because it's not.
No, like no cramps, no all of hunger. Were they feeding him while he was swimming? They said unsupported. So for 50 hours he did not eat, and yet he was exercising throughout. Thought is so scary
The question is
and so beautiful. That's how far people go to win Olympic records.
that
Huh?
means people have trained for that kind of event and probably would have been doing like 100 laps a day. The pool.
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean he's an Olympic event swimmer. He does 400 meters swimming. He has done like I think 50 kilometers before that. It's his life. He's a swim trainer and all of that.
I know, but
So
you watch okay, but I get that for swimming that like it's like a marathon for swimming. You don't have to run, you
yeah,
have
it's like a marathon.
to even
You don't have to have done even. Just
eat
keep
water
doing.
read food levels that he had to have in his system, how slow he should
Yeah,
things like that.
yeah.
Train or they I don't know. Now read mommy water, sha.
Pure mommy water.
But it's always so weird, sha. Anytime I watch um, Olympic swimming event and I'll just literally see no black person, right? And I'll be like,
No black person.
none. Like first of all,
Why?
you had
You don't swim.
first of all you hardly see Africans in swimming events, right? You hardly see any African country in swimming events. Then even within the like USA's and the you will not see black athletes. And it's so weird because they just say, oh, you know, this racist thing where they say black bones or African people, our bones are too dense, so we don't know how to swim. It's like a stereotype, a racist stereotype, where they will see like
Mm.
a black person and be like, this person does not know how to swim because he has dense bones. But then I don't know whether there's a certain level of truth to it, or it's just something that they're literally blocking, where they don't now train black swimmers. Because there was something that somebody did one time. And yeah, but was the guy a black person? Anyway, point is, there's something that somebody said one time that people keep saying, oh, black people cannot swim. But have you guys gone to the ghettos where the black people are in the US? Right? Their swimming pools are drained. They don't get proper education to even say, okay, swimming is not part of the sports that they do in school. You know, certain things that they don't do from when they were young. Most of these swimmers, they've been doing it since, you know, when they were children. So anyway, this is just a deviation, sir. I was just thinking about it that just to see white person, white person, white person, white person. No black person they swim. It's crazy. But then when you think about the fact that Nigerians can never run relay, is it not swimming? You hear that somebody drowned beside the pool. So
But then we have a lot of mad swimmers in Nigeria. Some people are just sitting down their own, and
yeah,
exactly, is the training and fun.
it's training and
The
fun, no
training,
doubt. And then
like
connection.
becoming the best at your game. Becoming the best at your game needs training. Unfortunately, here is more of it's the funding than the
Mm.
training. So,
I know a lot of people that can swim. Remember John Lizomo could swim like crazy. If you see John Lizomo swimming, Jesus. One guy that was our choir master in Uniben. Oh my god. And not just anyhow
yeah,
swimming. We used to do those butterfly stroke, breaststroke. Like you say, like, oh my god, how did you learn how to swim like this?
I know some mad ass swimmers. And then we have tribes that literally grow up
Do
swimming.
you
The
understand?
South Side people, John also, they grow up swimming now as
It's just
babies.
it's just Nigeria that's refused, and most African countries that refuse to just do these programs to ensure, like women said, most African countries don't have grassroots. They don't have because, as I said, it's the same with track and field. Black dominate. I feel like there is something in the morphology, in the races. It's true, Sha. But
It's possible. It's possible.
for that swimming
But
part,
as long as we cannot be sure that they've been given the opportunity,
yeah.
you know, we can't just say.
For the track and field, you can tell that the reason why white people are not there is because they cannot do as good as the black artists, not because they were not given the opportunity. So you can tell I don't know, you can watch certain programs and just see how racism defines certain things. I don't mean to get into all those heavy talks, but the truth is it's glaring. Because for you to now be coming out with the excuse that, oh, it's because we have dense bones, that means you are mad. You understand? It's obvious that you are racist. Because how do people in riverine areas survive? There are some places in Nigeria that there are no roads. It's not canoe that they use go everywhere. They swim everything.
Yeah, they live in the water, like they live in the water completely. So those ones is nonsense. So you cannot say so. There are places that they live the like you know how what makes people adapt to something, right, is their environment.
Mm-hmm.
So for people that live in the Atlantic Ocean, like
Mm-hmm.
their land is half Atlantic Ocean, half land, they are going to be swimmers. They're going to be,
Mm-hmm.
and you cannot say those kind of people that have always lived like that.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen? Have you heard of those situations where you are like the boats, like all these people that do that shuttle from mainland to Ikorodu or from Lagos Island to Ikorodu,
Mm-hmm.
and their boats will stop in the water because of no fuel. And then you see the driver or the boys will dive into the water
And
and
swim
disappear
back.
for like minutes.
Yeah.
Like they will just go. You will not even see their head in the water current again. All the stuff is not what they call it. It's not play. So they're people that can swim.
Yeah. And then you have like, for instance, now you think about the people that are in the desert areas, right? The Kenyans and the Africans that are always Ethiopians and the rest that are always winning marathons. I was watching 5,000 meters just now before this live. Almost there was one girl like that was born in Africa, but she's running for Netherlands. The girl, when she started the 5,000 meters, because it's like 7 laps, 7.5 laps, right? When she started the 5,000 meters, she just went to the back and was running her own pace, like she was the last. By the time we got to the second to the last meter, she just started coming like this. It was like film trick. I was like, how is this? As in, how is this even possible? She just I went to go and win. I'm like, ah. And then all the white people that came to do, because the white people were in the front or forming that the one setting the pace. All of them all went to the back at the, as in it's so crazy and mind blowing. Um yeah, so yes, definitely. But I feel like Africa, we are blessed with the fact that we have all the different regions. So if you really wanted to do it,
Yeah.
right,
Is it desert lands? We
we could
have
do it.
them. Is it what is it called? Is it water? We have it. Sun, we have it.
Eduse,
So
Said, look at archery, Chinese dominate. How will you shoot 5 bullseye? It's more than training to me. Eduse, China, China is the country that if you want to learn anything, how a country should actually develop and become the best at something, go to China.
yeah,
China, they
yeah.
train their athletes. They brought athletes for
It's
almost
so
all events.
see in Nigeria, can you be a monk? You will die of hunger, first of all. You cannot be a monk in Nigeria. But elsewhere, you can literally choose a discipline and be able to ignore all other things to focus on that discipline. You can't do that here, you die. That's just a simple truth.
And the
And that's
fact
the reason that they're
that
able to
China
develop
made a decision, I'm
differently.
sure before they came to the Olympics, they were telling them that, see, if you do not beat US, if you go and look at the medal table, if you see the medal table, it's like I see they are fighting every day. That China will go up. I think now US is leading, right? But China, they are fighting their hardest to get the most medals. They are competing to be the world best in athletics and Olympics. So don't forget that one. It's training. As I say, complete training, 100% training.
And a
Literally,
country that is standing completely behind you, probably with like knife at your back, say, are you mad if you lose?
if you see the girl that the synchronization I was talking about during the earlier part of this video, the diving and synchronization, the girl is what when she started, she was like 12. And she was already, now she's 15. She was still dusting people that are 20 something. It's training. Just leave that matter. Do or die kind of training. No, but I'm not saying that their training is not humane or whatever. I don't care about this situation. But the truth is training. It's not drugs, it's nothing. Yes,
No, it is to give your life to something. It's why
nobody. China is there. Even swimming,
I always want to be an actor.
an archer. You get anything where you don't want to be.
Probably not. But I shall want to be an actor. Like when I was young, my dad made bows and arrows for us because we're always, outside. So we shall started to shoot. It was a lot of fun. I also like knife throwing. Anything that involves hitting targets. And it's slightly dangerous.
Right. So, moving on.
They are distracted by the locals.
They have one brain. They are not distracted by. It's true, 100%. All this kind of nonsense democracy. Somebody will do something, say human rights. One thing. I'm not saying it's not good though, but we're just doing compare and contrast. In that side, they not get all those nonsense things.
Yeah.
They say
And no,
go
none
for
of them can
training.
say that their mental health is the reason that they will not do something. Sure,
EJ,
you're mad.
they'll sit you down and tell you the story of your life. Maybe they'll not even give you food for like 2 months. Safe.
Which one is poor of your family that is in China? Are you okay? Do you like them?
So you have
Anyway,
put knife on their neck. Was it Japan or China? Where although I think it was China, but it was a Samsung company where they were saying that people were not committing suicide. The truth is, even in those countries, they will still commit suicide. Though. That is about the human brain.
yes,
It will still
now
get to a
because
point. It will still
that's the
get,
escape for
yeah,
them now. Unlike other situations where you can actually drop all the balls, not do
yeah.
this, blah 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 blah. Yeah, there's no other escape from is to kill yourself last.
They will just tell you
Too
you are
much.
going to bring shame to your family. Your father will even sit you down and say, "Don't bring shame to my family." Now, father is a fisherman. No, I don't know what shame he's still talking about. Don't bring shame. So literally, people were just like opening their windows and just jumping out like that. I don't know if people hear that
I
story.
see that. As any other country be able to tell their citizens how they treat to have no
Exactly.
more. Nobody is there's a complete lack of democracy there now.
The complete lack of democracy. And the truth is, if you really want to do a study about whether or not this thing works, right? Whether or not it works, it is the truth is that it does. When China was facing overpopulation and they said, you know what, one child, right? No, people should not buy cars, they should use their bicycles. This, that. Are you not seeing the development of China now? I'm not saying it's the best environment and everything, no. But the truth is that
Yeah,
it's
you
working for
see,
them.
it depends on what do you want to, what are you, if you are talking about, what is it called, the state of the country, then they probably are getting it the best. If you are talking about people's mental health, it might not be the best. Like it
Yeah.
depends on your focus. They are
And
not a socialist country. They do not care about how it is inside your head. Make the country move and make the country happy. Good.
Caleb, that's what
And
I've
if
been
you can
saying.
make,
That's what I've been saying about Nigeria, right? We'll be saying that Nigeria, find what works for you. Stop looking at
yeah,
America. Stop looking at UK. Those ones have passed that level. They are now in the issue where their issue right now is mental health. No wahala. That's where they are. We've not reached that level.
it is Maslow's hierarchy of needs. That's
You
like
get.
self-actualization. We're still looking for food here.
We're still on the first level where we're trying to provide shelter and food. We've never
At this
reached.
point, especially in the matter of politics, people that fail should be killed. They should not even have to. They should not even get any other. If you go into politics, you've already signed it. If you fail, you are killed. Chicken army.
Yes, now. The Chinese came from overpopulation, unemployment to become world power. And in less than what? Is it up to 20 years? It's not up to 20 years. Though.
I
Go
mean,
and read Chinese history. It's not up to 20 years. They knew what worked for them. A group of people
and they've
just
been
sat
making these
down.
plans for how long, and they refuse to let their focus be removed by, I don't know, people in power or whatever,
Yes.
whatever,
Or
whatever.
influence from
They are
other
very,
countries. Why do you think America
yeah.
hates China so much? Because they say, don't influence
They,
us. We know they do. Get out. They will they literally close their country to certain kinds of trade. They control everything. And it's working for them. So everybody do waiting work for you. Not every time you inspire America. It's not as if they won't have the best example. Mm. Anyway, we've gone from topic A to topic Z today. This is literally the
sure, it
kind
was
of
supposed to be a freestyle.
this is the kind of conversations that I miss having with in physical form. We just have drinks and chops and just eating and talking about so many different things, laughing. I think that's one thing I really miss, Sha. Really miss that.
That sounds very bleak. So just say.
What is true now? I miss that. I think that's the one thing I miss so much coming to Canada. Hello, say you're leaving. All right. See ya next week if you can join us.
Thanks, bro. You've been an extreme asset with your your,
Hello, say it's
your
crazy.
death.
Rumor said that USA just has the best PR. At least it's working for them too.
Yeah, exactly. It's what works for them. They have their media and they know how to use it.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't know what they work for Nigeria.
that you've said it. Nothing works for Nigeria. That's exactly what works for
And
Nigeria.
it's working for us.
It's working for us.
I mean, if you say world record for the worst country, I think the reason people are not seeing Nigeria as really terrible is because we have not gotten to the stage of Syria where they are now like literally war torn. If it's not war torn, people don't think that it's terrible. But the truth is, Nigeria is
Yeah.
crap, complete crap. Like if they say refugees should even come from Syria and go to Nigeria, they will not go.
As it there.
They will stay
And
in
you
their
just have to ask yourself, what are your priorities? Is it just peace that you like? Because even though you may not be see it like that.
You go see where refugee they choose where. Now I'm going to Nigeria, I'd rather die in my country. Oh my god. Okay, where we can they go now?
It was good spending the last hours of July the 30th with you guys. Hmm. About to enter August. I hope that our dreams and goals and ambitions happen in August because they are sure to happen in the first 7 months.
There's something I want to even ask, Seth. Maybe we can do that as the topic for next week, right? Certain things that came in history that we just continuously followed without asking questions. For instance, what is this issue about different months having different number of days? Like, why does July have 31 days and June have 30 days? Who created this thing? Why? Maybe there's some kind of astrological explanation. So maybe we'll talk about it next week because
Uh,
it didn't so piss me off. I'll just think, oh, 30th of July. And I'm like, wait, oh, there's still one more day. What's that nonsense? It doesn't make sense. Then
I'm
February now
remembering
has
a
28
joke
days.
that had to do with. I'm remembering a joke that was part of it, and I can't remember it exactly. Well,
I
maybe I'll
mean,
remember it by then.
why whoever was doing it, was it that the person was dumb or something? The person not notebook. You could have just said, oh, 30 divided by, like, I mean, just divide everything and make every month 30 days.
I
But
mean,
you now decide to give
but
February
then
28 days and
I think
then
it's the geography now. A year has to be 365 one quarter days or 366 days or whatever. Or 4 years has to be 365 times 4 plus 1. So, in order to do that, the point, I think the problem is why then make it 12 months if they could have just like
I
done a
don't
different
understand.
division and gotten that
Just
number.
divide it. If 1 month has 50 days, let's know 1 month has 50 days. It's annoying and
Or make
confusing
it
to me.
sensible. And January has maybe 33, February has 32, March has 31, and then it goes like that.
Ruben said astrological calculations. I know it's astrological calculations. Somebody should explain it to me.
Edo said nobody ever called it to the neck, man. It was
To
always
the
to
neck,
neck.
not turtleneck. Edose, which school? Because I know we went to the same school, but
Wait,
I'm just
hold
wondering.
on. What you're saying is that it is to the neck, not turtleneck. Right. I've not said
Wait, what? At what age
information.
did you guys know it's called to the neck? Wait, I'll have to go
Yeah.
and find out. To the neck, not turtleneck. No, no. Is that what it is?
I disagree. Share my laptop is right here before me. I actually disagree. I feel like it's running our lives right now.
Edose, is it true? Yeah, no, it's turtleneck.
Yeah.
Oh.
Turtleneck history.
Or just write what is turtleneck. Google will tell you whether or not it's wrong. The spelling is wrong.
Turtlenecks have been seen on there is literally turtleneck I see everywhere. Polo neck, turtleneck, history of turtleneck.
Edose is lying.
Baba,
Gosh. Edose. To the neck.
well,
Where did you get
it's
that
like
information from?
it's like the comments that you used to be cutting for people. It's frying your brain.
He mistakenly cut the current that's going to his brain. All right. I thought you were saying you were going just now. Sure, you'd have just gone without bringing out this blunder. Um. All right, guys. We'll talk next week. Thank you so much for joining us, Rumen, Rosemary, Edose. It has been so much fun. And Janet was here too. I think she's going to go
Yeah,
and
Jenna started it up
enjoy.
for us. That was great.
And I bet
Who else was in Putin? And I bet there's in a few minutes. I'll go and tell her.
it's Amarachi's birthday too, 31st.
Oh, I totally would have known that.
Right. All right, Rumen. Bye. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
See you guys next week. Bye.